Da-di-da-di-da-da-di-da. Da-di-da-di-da-da-di-da. What do you hear over the air? CQ serenade. So you don't know just what it means. Dust your shoes off, shake out your jeans. Get on your feet, jump to the beat of CQ serenade. CQ has gone and brought us a new rhythm that's swinging all the cats by the ear. Let's do ourselves a favor and get with them. You'll find you get the message, man, you'll hear it coming loud and clear. Doesn't matter what words you sing, just remember the beat's the thing. Get on the beam, carry the theme of CQ Serenade. Da-di-da-di-da-da-di-da. Da-di-da-di-da-da-di-da. What do you hear over the air? CQ Serenade. Amateurs on the radio picked it up and then made it grow, spread it around, swelling the sound of CQ Serenade. From India, a call to the USA. I'm reading you, you're coming through fine. From Canada to France and the old UK, for when it comes to radio, the world's one great big party line. Tune in anywhere on the band, any corner of any land. Let's put it there, right on the air with CQ Serenade. Da-di-da-di-da-da-di-da. Makes a fella feel la-di-da when he unbends, making you friends with CQ Serenade. It really doesn't matter at all, CQ, how smooth you make the signals combine. And anyone can answer the call, CQ, just make with a receiver and get on the CQ party line. Take your cue from the radio, even beatniks go do-de-do. It's everywhere, filling the air, that CQ Serenade.
Everybody, and welcome to another fantastic World Radio League Show, episode 47. That's right. We are here Monday, May the 4th of the month, coming here live straight to y'all from the Blue Barn Studios here in Southwestern Missouri. Great to see each and every one of you. The chat's piling up. Had a few great comments. I want to first off here, huge. I'm assuming Ronald is not going to stay with us long because he's taking his technician test in about 2 hours. That's awesome, Ronald. Crush it, man. You got this. Go knock him out of the park. And you know what? I've got with me my co-host Catalina. Catalina's great at pumping people up. Catalina, tell Ronald, tell Ronald, dude, give Ronald a good pep talk.
Hello everybody. Glad to be here another Monday and wish you all the best, Ronald. You are gonna kill it. You're gonna get your technician license today in 2 hours. I know it.
That's awesome. Go crush it, Ronald. And stay as long as you can, but absolutely, you're gonna crush it, man. We're looking forward to hearing you come back and give us your call sign next week. So that's incredible. We've got a lot of folks in the chat today, and we're going to cover a lot of stuff. Catalina, how's my audio sounding? I'm still trying the new audio setup here, and I'm wanting to make sure I'm still sounding good on your end.
Yeah, I can hear you very well.
Awesome, fantastic. All right, sounds good. We've got boy, we've got a lot of y'all in the chat already, and like it's growing like crazy. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed the CQ Serenade. Somebody dug that song up out of deep archives and stuck it on Discord the other day, and I thought, man, you know what? That's the next intro track for the World Radio League show. So I just wanted to throw that in there at the beginning and give everybody something to cheer up their day. And if it didn't cheer up your day, well then maybe you need an attitude adjustment. No, I'm kidding. So Catalina, we've got lots to talk about today, don't we? We have.
Yes, we do.
We have this. It's a new month, which means we're gonna be talking about mugs from map shares later. That's coming
yes,
up. We've got.
We will do.
We're gonna be looking at some leaderboards on World Radio League, see how y'all have been doing and who's competing with who, and what have you. We're going to be talking about what James is doing today, which has prevented him from joining us, unfortunately, but he is doing awesome things today, so we'll be talking about that. WRTC is right around the corner, and so we've been working hard on that, and we've got some pretty cool stuff. Not a lot of stuff I can share screen shares of, but I can talk some about it, let y'all kind of know some of what's coming, and plenty more. I would love it if you started piling some questions and comments in the chat that we can cover later. Go ahead and start doing that right now, and so we can talk about those when we get there. So, yeah, absolutely. Catalina, how's things been in Argentina lately?
We're doing great here. I am in a new house. My weekend was all plugged with a lot of moving, but I'm very happy. And today it's a sunny day, but it was freezing at the weekend, like freezing, very, very windy, very cold, windy, that you were freezing outside. So I'm happy that we have some sun today.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fantastic. Here in Missouri, it's a beautiful, beautiful sunny day, and just absolutely gorgeous, picture perfect weather. So, we're starting to move into some of the warmer months. Starting to get a little bit hot here. So, we'll be in some hot and very burning heat here in some of the summer months. I guess it's not as bad as some areas, but for us Missourians, it gets a little warm. But so Catalina, of course, you're in the southern hemisphere. For those who don't know, Catalina's in Argentina, so your seasons are literally directly opposite ours. That's why you're coming into the cooler months while we're coming into the warmer months.
Yes, I think that you're entering in the spring weather, and I am on the autumn weather.
Yeah, we're mid-spring at this point. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In the middle of autumn. So yeah.
Absolutely.
Cold weather for me.
Catalina's going to like this one. We have LU1VJK is his birthday today. LU1VJK.
Woo!
Very, very
Feliz cumpleaños. That's in Spanish.
So can you translate that for us, Catalina? Is that just directly happy birthday in Spanish?
Exactly. That's happy birthday in Spanish.
Very cool. So, Daniel he is also located in Argentina, and it is his birthday today.
Yes, he's in the south.
We're going to play the birthday track for him if I can find it here.
Cool.
I've got two of them, and I want to hit the right one. I believe it's this one. There we go. There you go, Daniel. Happy birthday, Daniel.
Que los cumplas feliz.
Happy birthday to you. Take it up again. Happy birthday, Daniel. Hope you have a fantastic day with all kinds of great things
Happy
happening today.
birthday.
Yes, very happy birthday to you. And
Can you
yes,
can you
absolutely.
listen to me like nicer now? I think that I had the wrong microphone before.
You sound about the same. Yeah,
Oh God.
you sound
Yeah.
like
Can you hear like an echo?
No, I don't hear an echo. Do you
Okay.
hear an
I don't
echo
know.
when you talk?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. You're probably hearing an echo off of my microphone, so we're gonna have to
Okay.
adjust a couple of things here. But maybe that will be
Sounds
maybe
better
that
now
will be a
because
bit
Seabird told
better.
me.
Oh man. Yes, press the like button, absolutely. Sorry, the comment section is getting a little crazy over here. All right. Pepe is asking, when will the meeting of World Radio League Life members take place during Hamvention? We don't have one specifically set up, but hopefully several of y'all will gather around the whatchamacallit, the booth. All right. So I'm hearing that your audio is louder than mine, so maybe I should crank mine up here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
How can I
Maybe that's a
change
little
it?
better. Hopefully that's a little better. We'll see. Try that for now, and keep rolling. All right. Yes. Okay. So they're saying I'm very low, so maybe I should raise it even further, guys. We go through this about every sixth week. We go through it for 2 weeks, and then we're fine again. So just bear with us. Boy. We have, what's the first thing on the agenda today? Let's talk about what James is doing today. So James is working on our Technician 2026 course. So every 4 years they update the question pool for each of the exams. James is currently in the middle of shooting the lessons for Technician 2026 course. So Professor James is going to be teaching the course once again. Did he teach the last Technician course, Catalina, or was that Jim?
It was shame.
Jim was the teacher for that one. And
Mm-hmm.
so James will be teaching this year's Technician course. That one will be coming out. Launch day is here in just a couple months, just a few weeks actually, just very few weeks. The question pool comes out soon, and the course will be ready. I think shortly before the question pool becomes available. So, yeah, very excited about that.
The question pool will be available on July the 1st. So
July
all
1st.
people
Okay,
that is
so
planning to take the technician after that, they should have the new technician pool. So we are planning on launch the technician course before that date.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, we will be launching a few weeks before that, so you'll have time to study if you want to take your test right after the question pool. The new question pool is released. So yeah, absolutely. That's where James is today. He may or may not join us later, but he is busy with that as of right now. We've got let's see here. We've got a lot of comments in the chat here. Let's see what we've got going on here. There we go. Eric says he used World Radio League for Indiana QSO party logger this past weekend. The score did not calculate correctly. QSO count and score were the same. So yes, Eric, currently our scoring engine we don't have a full scoring engine built in. This is we use a point per QSO system, 1 point per 1 QSO, but we will be absolutely building a full scoring engine. That was just kind of the scoring was not the primary our primary use for the logger was getting the contacts in, getting your ADIF exporter, getting it so you could submit your log. Scoring is coming though, live scoring, so you can score as you as you go and appear on the leaderboard. We have done this a couple of times individually with the Winter Field Day 2025 and 2026, but we are going to be building a universal scoring engine very soon that allows us to score any contest in that fashion. So yeah, absolutely. Great call out. We will be working on that. Absolutely. So great question. Great question there. Let's see, what else do we have? HamKJ5 says, not a question, but an awesome feature he just found is when radio connected to cat control, you can click on a spot on WRL spotting, and the radio will tune to that band and frequency. Very awesome. Yes, indeed, HamKJ5. This is one of the things that we love about cat control is how easy it is hunting stations. You just literally double click on a spot, boom, your radio's there. The details are in your log. You can log the contact and yeah, it's very, very awesome. Doomsday Radio Reboot says, how am I using 3D printing in the hobby? I've done a lot of 3D printing projects. A lot of different things. You can print all kinds of stuff. You can print brackets. You can print antenna parts. You can print all kinds of things. All kinds of things. You can print signs for your ham radio shack. I've seen people do a lot of really cool stuff. So yeah, you can use 3D printing in a lot of ways. If you like to make your own designs, and you can come up with your own stuff, but there are a lot of free online 3D printing services that allow users to share models for free. So yeah, I believe Thingiverse is one of them, and there's a couple of more. I can't remember them off the top of my head right now, but yeah, there's plenty out there. So let's see here. Yeah, Daniel saying press the like button. Yes, please. Thank you, Daniel. Hit that like button. We've got to get this up to a lot of likes here. So let's do that. CamKJ5 does ask, when we click log contact, can it automatically delete whatever is in the call sign section? Right now, when you click log contact, the call sign stays in the box and says dupe. Yes, this is a strange edge case. We got a couple reports on this, and there is a strange edge case that's going on right now that causes this. We will be resolving this, HamKJ5, and it will be fixed very soon. So thank you for that. Really appreciate that. There were a couple of folks who had issues with their logs not syncing properly from the mobile app to the web app. The problem was the sync timing was timing out. So I was just in a meeting this morning talking about this with the dev team, and they've got a handle on this. And if you did have an issue with your log syncing from your mobile to your web app and not syncing through and not showing up, then we're on that, and we just about have a fix in place for that. So I just wanted to call that out while we're here. You know what, Catalina? While we're sitting here in the first segment, let's go ahead and do you want to talk about Mugs for Map Shares now, or do you want to do that after the first break?
No, of course, whenever you want. You are okay. The host here.
Extra! You forgot extra.
Extra. I'm a technician.
Yeah. All right, let's hit it. We got 10 minutes till the break. Let's hit it after the break. We'll come back from break and talk about that. Guys, it has been an intense week. You'll have to forgive me. My brain feels a bit fried today. But yes, it has been quite a week, and last week, and the first of this today's already been quite a day. I've been in meetings all morning, and then me and one of the developers are scheduled to be working on some features later today or tomorrow. So yeah, I'm scrambling to keep up, but it's been crazy, guys. It's been absolutely insane. We've got all kinds of cool stuff coming down the pipeline. And who's with me on being extremely excited for Dayton Hamvention? It is coming right up very soon. And if you're coming to Dayton Hamvention, put yes or thumbs up or something in the chat, and to let us know you're coming to Dayton Hamvention, because I want to meet you at Dayton Hamvention. I want to shake your hand. I want to meet you and see you in person finally. So let me know if you're going to be there, so we can look each other up and have a nice chat. So we have Malachi Bond, an Alaskan student of, I'm assuming, ham radio prep. That's fantastic. Good to see you. What else do we have? Ken's going to be there. Pepe's going to be there. Chris is not going to be there. Unfortunate Chris. Yeah, absolutely. Iowa Man, it was going to do that too, went out to hit several parks. It was contest weekend, and I couldn't find a free frequency anywhere. Yes. I tell you what, those contest weekends, those contest weekends get absolutely jam packed on the bands many times. So yeah, if you're going out to do a park activation on a contest weekend, you might want to get out before the contest starts so you can nail down a frequency before everybody gets on the air. Yeah, absolutely. So, Catalina, have you? I know you've done a little bit of radio. You had to do a little bit of radio to get your license. Have you operated during any contests, or was it kind of a casual operating day?
Yeah. No, it was just a coincidence that I was a holiday here in my country. So it was like a special contest for the special day in Argentina. So I think that it was my second practice, and I made so many contacts that I was very nervous because they were like my very first contacts, and they were contested. Yeah, you tell that you are doing your practice.
All right, Catalina is freezing up over there, so hopefully Catalina will be back shortly, but her feed kind of cut out on us a little bit there. Mike from Winton says he recently used World Radio League for his first POTA activation. 20 QSOs submitted, 20 QSOs accepted. Thank you. That is incredible, Mike. Absolute congratulations. In fact, if I can grab my... where is it? My reactions here. There we go. Boom. Nope. Boom. There we go. Is that... I don't know if that's playing... Why is that not showing up on my... What? Ah, here we go. Boom. You had fireworks. Mike from Winton. I tell you what, guys, we've had technical difficulties this morning, but we are not going to let that stop us from having an awesome episode 47 of the World Radio League show. So we are just cramming through this. Catalina has dropped out temporarily. Catalina will be back, but it looks like she had a temporary internet outage or something of the sort, so she will be back soon. HamKJ5 says that thanks, Andy. This is why World Radio League is so awesome. Support is top notch. Absolutely, HamKJ5. I tell you what, we've got Brad over there in the support side of things, support and operations. That guy is an absolute machine. That guy crushes it all the time. So, yeah, absolutely. Give Brad a shout out. All right, Chris says we're all amateurs. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. So yes, Mike, very cool. I hope you had fun with your POTA activation. Now, when are you going to do your first CW POTA activation? That's the question. That's what we're all waiting for, is for you to get out there in the park with your World Radio League mobile app and your Morse code key and start hammering out Morse code to all the peoples that are listening across the fruited bands all around the globe, and listening for the dulcet tones of Morse code. Yeah, man, I tell you what, Morse code is, I joke that it is the only real true ham radio mode. Not that it is, but I tell you what, it is awesome. It is a ton of fun. If you can ever get on Morse code, just absolutely super exciting. Looks like Marvin's is slightly behind on the stream feed. He's not quite live, but he says he is going to Dayton. So looking forward to seeing you there, Marvin. And yeah, absolutely. Mike says CW is on a very long list. I get that. I just hope it's at the top of the very long list, Mike. Let's hope it's right up there, number 2 or 3 on your list, and you can fit it in right away. So, absolutely, guys, it is it's crazy what all's going on in the World Radio League world right now. We've got so many features coming. Our guys were so deep in it that we had several bug reports come in, and we had to focus on those just because, not because the bugs were all that major. There wasn't anything too massive, but they just started piling up because our team was so deep into new features. They didn't want to quit. So we've got them working on those. They will have those cranked through pretty quickly, and we'll be back to, I'd say they'll be back to working on features by a bit later this week. But just to kind of give you an example of what they're working on, they've got, what all do we have here? We've got the command center, the dashboard, the console, the operating console, whatever you want to call it. We've got cat control coming to the desktop app. That one's in development, or will be in the next couple of days, I'm assuming. We've got, let's see here. We've got WRTC. We're working on that. We're working on whenever you get those notifications that you've got to update your World Radio League mobile app right now, this instant, or else. We have to do that for some specific reasons, but we don't have to do it all the time. And so we're working on a feature to allow us to switch that on and off anytime we need to. So that's going to be really cool, so we can hold some of those updates if they're not super duper priority, we can hold those and not force y'all to do that. Spotting notifications, that will be coming along very soon. Call stacking, I think that one's in development right now. That's a really cool one, so you can log pileups really easily. That one's really exciting. We've got a ton of stuff. Yeah, absolutely. We've got all kinds of stuff coming, guys. I mean, I'm literally scratching the surface of what we've got coming. I'm telling you basically what we're working on right now and in the next couple of weeks. We have such a jam-packed roadmap that it is absolutely, if you saw our roadmap, it is absolutely insane. Probably anything that you really want to see out of World Radio League, we've got on the roadmap. Maybe not everything, but almost everything we've already got on the roadmap. I wouldn't say that. Not everything. If you have a suggestion, please submit it, because we want to hear your suggestions. There are things that are very cool. But we have very, very many things that we've been asked multiple times on the roadmap. It's just a matter of prioritization to get there. So, guys, hang in there. We are cranking through. And look who just showed back up, Catalina. Your internet's back.
No, we don't know. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm just here for 1 second. Maybe I will disappear the following one.
Yeah. You're still.
I'm afraid because
you're still a little bit choppy in there, but we can hear you okay.
I know, and I kept on talking, and I explained my experience, and I had like all the loading pages, and I didn't know it was me or you, so I realized it was me. I was alone.
Oh boy! All right. Well, sorry about that, Catalina. We might have to have you explain that.
Yeah,
again
I believe that the
break.
echo it's for the empty room, but it's not an empty room because I have some furniture. But I don't know why there is a lot of echo in this room. Maybe because it's new. I don't know. But I can listen to the echo too, and I don't like it.
All right, absolutely. All right, we've got Keith Platt saying he's waiting for his FT891 so he can get out and start doing POTA. And we've got, you know what? We are, Danny says, echoes probably from the empty room. Yes, we are right up against a break, so I'm going to save some of these comments for after the break. We'll cover some more, and Catalina is going to tell us who won Mugs for Map Shares. And if you don't know what Mugs for Map Shares is, Catalina is also going to explain to us what Mugs for Map Shares is. Right, Catalina?
Yeah, fingers crossed. I hope.
All right, guys. We're going to go to a quick break. We will be right back to talk about Mugs for Map Shares and who won April's Mug for Map Shares contest. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Great to see everyone still here. Catalina has something to take care of on her end, so she will be back shortly. Great to see that most of you stuck around, even if several of you did drop, but most of you stuck around. We've got tons to cover today. Guys, if we are I'm just gonna throw this out here because we always love getting feedback from y'all. We're thinking about bringing in some specific guests to talk about specific things, not just any guests, but specific guests who have specific knowledge about a specific topic to share with us specific hams. So if you know of anybody that you would like to any topics that you would like covered and an accompanying expert on said topic, and I mean we're talking really topics here, not who's got the latest YouTube channel or who's doing the latest this or who's doing the latest that, but actual topics like how ham radio deeply integrates with space communication, space technology, that type of thing, or how ham radio affects such and such other industry, or things of that nature. If you have anyone in mind for any of those things, please let us know. Just drop a comment in Discord, tagging me. You can DM me or tag me in the World Radio League Show channel, and we'll take it into consideration. We'll see. So great to be back with you. We've got a lot. We've got several comments here while we're waiting on Catalina. I'm going to share the mugs for Map Shares winners. I'm going to walk through some of these comments here. So Josh says he's doing Long Island CW classes. Josh, Long Island CW they're awesome folks. They're really incredible folks. They've got a great program over there. I hope you're having a ton of fun with them. Those are great courses. If you get to the point where you want to try practicing on your own a little bit, try the MorseMastery.com app. It is by no means ready for public use or consumption, but it is available for early testing if you want to give it a shot. So MorseMastery.com, give that a try, see what you think. Walk through Module 1. It's a completed module, so walk through Module 1 and see what you think about Morse Mastery. We've got 6090 Pro Player. I would like to see on mobile app. When changing frequency, that tapping the delete button clears the frequency field all at once. No one character at a time, please. We have, I think I see what you're saying. That would, yeah, there may have to be something where you hold down on the delete button or something, because there are some folks who just literally enter the last character wrong or the second to last character wrong or something, and will want to do that. But I definitely see where you're coming from. So very cool suggestion there. We can definitely take that into consideration. Let's see here. Boy, we've got some great comments coming in. Keep those comments coming, guys. We have a whole show to do here, so keep those comments coming. We interact with comments all the time. So Charlie asking, do you ever operate 40 meter CW at your park activations? Very rarely. I do every once in a while, Charlie. I would love to do it more often. I just haven't really. I've tried to do a little bit and not really got much action, but it's probably because I'm usually out there midday instead of in the evening. So, Charlie, that might be something I have to try soon. Peter says, thanks for the successful QSO emails. I got a 2001 contact confirmed because of it. Peter, that's incredible. That is awesome. I love to hear that. That is so cool. That is so cool. In fact, I'm going to send this to the team because that's just an awesome. Let me send this over here because that is such an awesome thing going on. That is so cool. The team's going to love to hear this, Peter. So thank you for sharing that. There we go. All right, we've got, who else do we have here? See you, Pepe. Have a great rest of your day. Josh gonna check out Morse Mastery. That's great. Rodney says in the mobile app, going to settings, can we get the location to have the option of selecting one of our pre-configured locations in addition to find my location? Cool. That is. Yeah, I think that should be possible. I'm just thinking about the syncing mechanism there. Yeah, Rodney, I think we could do that. I think we could do that. But it might take a little bit of work. Sorry. It is yikes. It is summertime. It is summertime in Missouri, and the wasps are out in full force. I just had a mud dauber fly into my office and buzz me. And if you do not know what a mud dauber is, it looks very much like and flies very much like a wasp, just without the extra danger. So it scared me, but it's buzzing off, and it's a mud dauber now. I know. All right. So yes, wasps on the horizon. Hopefully, we don't have wasps on the horizon of the World Radio League show. Hopefully, we can deal with not wasps. And be fine, but oh boy, from mice to wasps, you never know what you're gonna see on the World Radio League show, especially from the Blue Barn studio. So, yeah, Rodney, let me think on that. That's a cool idea. HamKJ5 saying, what would I say is a time frame to learn CW? Honestly, I think you can get from knowing no CW except from what you see on YouTube videos. Like, after you watch enough CW YouTube videos, you start to pick up a 73 or a CQ, and you start to hear what those sound like. If you're starting from that point, to where you just literally like all you know is one of those two, like a 73 or a CQ. If you're starting from that point, I think you can get on the air. I personally think you can start hunting POTA contacts. From that point, I think you can be on the air in 2 days. And let me explain that. If you there's a bunch of people. Oh boy, there's balloons. A bunch of people just went crazy when I said that 2 days. But the reason I think that is because if you really work hard in your brain to just nail down your call sign, you have a key. You work, just code talk your call sign. Like mine is dot it da 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 da. So I could break that down. Dot it in da 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 0 da da a da 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 p da 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 x in 0 apx. If you put that, if you just work through that a character at a time till you can say, do the first character, just learn the N. Then once you know the N in your head, then you do the 0, and then you put them together. N0, okay, N0. And you're not learning the individual characters. You're learning the whole call sign. N0, then N0A, then N0AP. You're learning the whole call sign, not just the individual characters. You're learning the whole call sign together. Once you learn that whole call sign, then you know almost everything you need to know to get on the air. Once you learn that call sign, learn your state code. Mine is Missouri, M-O. It's just da-da. Just learn how to send it. You don't have to learn how it sounds. You have to learn how your call sign sounds. You don't have to learn how your state code sounds. You just need to know how to send it. And I know that sounds weird, but you'll understand once you get into it. You need to know how to send it. Da-da. Once you know those two things, and a thank you, like a TU for thank you couldn't hurt. But once you know those two things, and a 5 in, that's the other important one. 5 did it, in dot it. So did it, dot it. So once you learn your call sign, you'll know how to listen for and send your call sign. Then you know how to send your state code, and you know how to send a 5 in. You can learn that in a couple days. You can literally have that information in your head in a couple days, and you can have a cheat sheet on your desk with some of that information on it. You don't want to use visuals too much, but if you get that information on just those small pieces of information, just so you can send them for the first few times, you'll pick it up right away. Then all you got to do is you got to get on the air and go to the POTA spotting page. Go to the spotting page in World Radio League and look for POTA contacts. Find one that's been recently spotted. Pull up that frequency and see if you can hear him. If you hear a station out there, and you know what that's, if you watched enough YouTube videos, and you're gonna know what that CQ sounds like. You hear a CQ, you're like, all right. I think he's here. Then you start just practicing listening for characters. And if you pick up, like, say his call sign is KG4VET, you hear, oh, you know what? That was a V. That's got to be him. Or that was a 4V. That's got to be this character. That's got to be this operator. Then you get on the air, and I mean you're sitting there listening to him. You grab your key, and whenever there's a pause in the audio where he stops sending, and there's nobody else sending back to him, you send your call sign. And if he doesn't pick you up right away, you wait until the next pause and you send it again, and keep doing that. And then if you've learned your call sign well enough, you're going to hear your call sign back again. Eventually, you're going to hear your call sign back. When you hear your call sign back, you literally, all you do, you send your call sign back to him again, then your state code, you send your call sign back, then the 5 in, then your state code. Stop. That's it. That's all you got to do. He will reply to you, confirm the contact, you're good. That's all you got to do. You can log it. You can send him an email later to confirm the details if you want to. That's what I did for a couple of them to make sure I got them in the log right. And just do that over and over and over. You'll really start picking up stuff. Now, that's hunting. If you're wanting to activate, if you're wanting to activate, it's going to take another 4 to 6 weeks. Or 3 to 5 weeks maybe. And but to start hunting, I think you can do it in 2 to 3 days. I think you can start hunting in 2 to 3 days. Now, if you do want to start activating, then moresmastery.com, we're turning that into a tool to help you get on the air. Long Island CW Club, awesome. They helped me go from hunting contacts to activating parks in that time period of about 4 or 5 weeks probably. So just awesome things. So yeah, that's my take on how long it takes to learn CW. Great question. I really appreciate the question, and I hope that helped. Hope that helped at all. But yeah, absolutely. Cam KJ5 says 2 days and a new word, CW decoder. No. Don't start using CW decoders now. No. You're not allowed to use CW decoders. Oh man, I tried CW decoders. Most of the problem was they were all terrible. So that didn't go great. But yeah, I would say get on the air and start hunting POTA like crazy. And yeah, Jim says it all depends on your willingness to practice every day. I mean, that's true. If you can become consistent, and just, every day or every couple days, just make sure you've got a few, make sure you set aside the time to just spend a little time, 30 minutes, an hour practicing. You'll get there. And I'm sure it happens faster for some than others. And it's totally fine. Take your time. Nobody's trying to race you to be the fastest and best CW operator this side of the Mississippi. I mean, it's not that big a deal. So, yeah, great question. Zach checking in says, sorry he's late, but he's watching the latest K4 SWL that kind of had him in it. Yeah, I saw that pop up in my email, Zach. I'm going to have to watch that later. Looked really cool. I hope you and Thomas, I know you were telling us about that last week. I hope you and Thomas had a great time. And Maggie is in it too. That's great. That's fantastic. Hope you all had a great time with that. Ralph Bailey, hoping to get inspiration from watching the show. Trying to find time to upgrade to general. Only been studying for too long and not enough. Ralph, get your general. There's my inspiration. Go get your general. You have no excuse. No, I'm kidding. Man, I tell you what, technician is super easy test. General is almost as easy. And extra is challenging. General is almost as easy as technician. It is super easy. In fact, I scored... There's that crazy mud dupper again. Excuse me. I scored better on my general than I did on my technician. So go take your general. Go take your general. You got this, man. You grab the Ham Radio Prep app. Start taking practice tests until it tells you you're ready. And if you need to work on a section, it'll tell you in there what section you need to work on. Go study that section again. Watch that Professor Jim video again, and then go take more practice tests. I mean, really, man, you have no excuse. You are without excuse. You need to go get your general, huh? All right. What part of Missouri am I in? I am in southwestern Missouri, down north of Marshfield, Missouri. Great question. All right. We have Josh says he's 1 month into his 2-month course for amateur extra. He's going to get it in June. That's awesome, John. Yeah, or Josh. Yeah, the extra, I must say, it is a little more challenging than general, but it's passable for sure. Catalina's back. How you doing, Catalina? Did you get your technological difficulties sorted out?
I don't know, but I moved. I moved to my place to see if I have more the thing is that I have a new internet service here, so I am testing it, and
you sound a whole lot clearer, sounds a whole lot better. So yeah, absolutely.
Yes, I think because I have the router with the Wi-Fi service next to me now. I have it here, so it should work. Okay, so I'm here finally.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Thank you very much for getting that straightened out and showing back up. Sorry, I was distracted by a comment in the chat. Rodney says it's hard to fit CW learning into 100-hour work weeks currently. Yeah, it's scheduled for retirement in July. He's gonna study after that. Well, Rodney, let's see here. So there's 7 days in a week times 24 hours. So you still got 7 times 24, 7 days in a week times 24 hours a day is 168 hours. You still have 68 hours in which you could be studying CW. And what are you doing? Resting. No, I'm kidding, Rodney. I get it, man. 100-hour work week is an intense work week for sure. But yeah. Just rest assured that you will always find someone to prod you on to learning CW on the World Radio League show. Right. Ralph Bailey says, thanks again. You're very welcome. Get that extra, says Hey MKJ5 to Josh. Absolutely. Welcome in, Cheryl Clark. Iowa POTA Man says 5 minutes a day, better than 2 hours from once. True. Absolutely. Just study a little bit every day. MKJ5 says, get it, Rodney. Absolutely. All right. Well, you know what? We're 10 minutes away from the next break, but we have time, Catalina, to talk about what we've all been waiting for, which is mugs for. I need a theme for this. We had like a theme at one point for something here. What do we have? We have I've got a few music tracks here. I'm just trying to see if I had anything we could play for how about No. That's I'll put everybody to sleep. What else do we have? I don't know. Oh, here we go.
That's smart code.
Here's the instrumental version. There we go. Perfect. Mugs for Map Share.
Mugs for Map Share. Okay. Sing a song like Mike for my share, maps for fair. Woo!
Do I need to turn the music off?
Okay, so yes, it's a new month. So we have new winners and a new month, a new possibility to be a winner. So we have a lot of things to talk about this project today. So first of all, let's talk what is Max for Map Share. So this is a very easy project that you can participate and you can win easily a very beautiful mug from World Radio League. So
two very beautiful mugs now.
Two, yeah, we have two because we have a lot of users that are using a lot World Radio League. So we have to design a new mug. But how you can participate? So it's easy. You can share your World Radio League map in every social media platform, tagging World Radio League accounts. We are at World Radio League in all the social media accounts. So it's very important you tag our account so we can count that point and we can see that map. So as many maps you share, as many possibilities you have to win a mug. We have 5 winners per month. So the chances are very, very high you can win one of these mugs. And we have some winners that are for April.
Fantastic.
Because April has ended.
Catalina, tell us who our winners are.
Okay, so let's see. Let's start. So we have a winner that it was a winner before. So I think this is the second or the third time that it's Chef Frische. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but I hope I did it okay. So it's KE9CQP, Jeff.
Kilo
He's
Echo
a very
9, Charlie Quebec Papa. Congratulations,
Papa.
Jeff.
Congratulations, Chef. This is awesome. I think that it's the third time he wins mug, and he's very active, sharing very cool maps and a lot of his experiences doing some POTA activation. So that's very cool. Then we have a very active user, not only in World Radio League, but also he's commenting a lot here in our chat, in our live stream. That is Terry Bailey. Terry Bailey, KQ4MDM.
Congrats, Terry. Kilo Quebec 4, Mike Delta Mike.
Yes, so this is the second time that he wins, so he will get the Q code mug. That's awesome. Nice. Then we have another winner that won a mug before, that is Bruce Britt. Bruce Britt, KB4SWP.
Swamper himself, Kilo Bravo 4, Sierra Whiskey Papa. Congrats, Bruce.
Yeah, that's awesome. He shared really, really good maps. And then we have Ryan Thorne, W7YBY.
Congrats, Brian. Whiskey 7, Yankee Bravo Yankee.
Very good, Andy. You're now it's I am the host and you're my co-host. So
That's
yeah,
right,
Ryan Thorne.
Catalina, Lima United 5, Echo Zulu Oscar.
So he is the fourth winner of April Max. Congratulations, Brian. Thank you for all the map shares that you shared on April and all the months. And we have another winner that it's the first time that he wins a mag. So this is awesome. And his name is Walter Kane, W4WJK.
Congratulations, Walter. Whiskey 4, Whiskey Juliet Kilo.
Yes, so thank you, Walter. He shared very cool maps, and it's the first time that he wins. Thank you, everyone, for participating. I try to respond all the map shares. I'm always every day looking for those map shares, not because of this project, because it's so awesome to check your activations, to see your POTA activations, to also see your personalities as a ham radio operator with your customizations maps. That's awesome, and it's very fun to see the differences in those maps. And thank you. Keep on participating. There, May just started, so you have a lot of possibilities to win a map share and being
and Catalina is going
a May winner.
Catalina is going to hand key out a Morse code message and send it to each one of you. No, I'm kidding.
Well, maybe in the future
after the rest of the team learns Morse code, right, Catalina?
Yes, absolutely. I think that I can show here in the live streams what I'm learning week after week. Maybe my call sign, that would be amazing. If I learn my call sign, that would be amazing.
Yes, then you can get on the air as I tell everyone and start hunting POTA stations. That's what you all need to do, is learn your call sign like Catalina is getting ready to, and get on the air and start hunting POTA.
I understand.
Catalina, why don't you tell the fine folks one more time how they can participate in May's Mugs for Map Shares event?
Of course, so go now. Share your World Radio League map on social media. Tag World Radio League accounts. It's World Radio League in all the social media like Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. And then if you share, for example, 10 maps, you get 10 points. 20 maps, 20 points. You have 1 month to share a lot of maps and participate for this map. They are very cool maps for your spot there.
Cool and very cool mugs. In fact, I think, Catalina, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the new one's up on the store now as well, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So if we go to hamradioprep.com right now, live on the air, and pull up the store page, we would be able to see it, would we not?
Yes. I assume we will.
Let's try. Let's see. Let's see if we can. All right, here's the first mug that we offer for the Mugs for Map Shares winners is our Morse code mug. Beautiful mug, fantastic mug, amazing mug. But we ran out of folks. What?
Did you see it? The new one?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm finishing.
Okay.
We ran out of folks who didn't have one of these already. So we designed a new mug, which is the Q Codes mug. Welcome to our brand new beautiful Catalina, can you sneak me in as a 6th winner? I need one of these.
Nope. You should share your map on social media, tag World Radio League, and you can
what
participate.
Maps I've been working on World Radio League so hard I haven't had time to get on the air.
I don't know. Go do some activations and share your map. Come on. Top.
So here is our Q codes mug. Has a lot of the very most common Q codes and their definitions, and just it's overall a beautiful mug, and I really like it. So absolutely, really excited about this one. So all right, so that is mugs for map shares. Thank you, Catalina, very much for sharing that with us, for sharing the winners with us. Catalina, since you were gone for so long, you have to stay for us for at least one more segment, don't you?
Of course, I know, and I will stay for one more segment.
Guys, we're going to be right back after this break. Don't go anywhere. We've got tons more to talk about. Thank you for sticking with us this long. And yeah, we've got plenty more to discuss. So do not go anywhere. We will be right back after this.
With your ham radio license, you can communicate with dozens of satellites in space and even talk with astronauts on the International Space Station who are licensed ham radio operators. In fact, amateur radio is an official backup communication on the ISS, and ham radio is even used in SpaceX missions such as Fram-2, where SSTV images were transmitted from the SpaceX Dragon spacecraft. You can use ham radio to communicate with satellites and spacecraft too. All you need is a little knowledge. Join Jim, N4BFR, the lead instructor at Ham Radio Prep, in our new Satellite and Space Operations course. In this course, we'll guide you step by step through everything you need to know to take your ham radio operations from beyond the Earth into the satellites and space above us. And guess what? You don't need thousands of dollars in equipment to get started. All you need is at least a technician ham radio license and a basic handheld. We'll show you how to make your first satellite contacts by building your own antenna for less than $50 and build from there. You'll learn how to make contacts thousands of miles away using a satellite as a repeater. You'll learn how to track satellites moving at over 17,500 miles per hour overhead in real time and communicate via voice, SSTV images, APRS, or even bounce your signal off the moon. You'll hear from leading experts in amateur radio space communications directly about cutting-edge projects and initiatives. This course is your gateway into the world of space exploration and communications, where you'll both sharpen your practical operating skills while also learning about the underlying theory and concepts that drive space communications. Seize the opportunity to take your ham radio operations to space and beyond. Sign up today at hamradioprep.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic Monday and great to see each and every one of you, even if you are strange for sitting through 2 hours of me talking on a Monday afternoon when you have plenty of other stuff like work to do. So let's bring in Catalina. Catalina, enjoying the music, I see.
I love music.
As do I. All right. In fact, yes, my brother is like an extraordinarily good musician. I am not.
Oh.
But I play
But you
the
have
bass
some
guitar.
guitars there.
I play the bass guitar. Other than that, forget about it. I am not that great. But, you know, my brother's a really good musician. In fact, if you have time, sometime go check out his channel, Bedrock Haven Homestead YouTube channel. Don't tell him I gave him a shout out on the show. But yeah, he's got some great music he produces there. Every week he's been posting a new song every week lately, so go check him out. All right, we have got a few comments here I wanted to cover. CamKJ5 asked, did I miss the new layout release date? I don't know. What new layout release date? Are we talking about I don't know what new layout you're talking about. Are you talking about the ham radio console? Talking about the operating console. We do not have a release date on that yet. It's been a struggle trying to get schedules to sync this week, but as soon as me and the developer can get our schedules to sync, don't tell Catalina because I might get an HR violation, but we haven't been able to sync on that yet. But once we do,
what are you doing?
Then it will be very short.
What are you doing?
Take it up with the developer. He just got married and he's taking care of his new wife, I suppose. We have...
That. It's not an HR violation at all. I like that attitude.
All right. So I'm also studying for my general exam. I can't wait to get this done and get this done and pass the test. Yes, absolutely. You got this. Go. Yes, absolutely. You can.
Also, something that I was listening to you. I was not here, but I was listening to the live stream, and I overheard you talking about studying for all the exams. And I think one cool thing is download the Ham Radio app, Ham Radio Prep app. It's like very useful for. I always recommend this to our Ham Radio Prep users whenever you're using the website. Also, download your app. You have a lot of great features for studying, like exam readiness. The app is telling you whenever you're ready or not to take your course, so you are very, very, very sure about it. And also the missed questions, a lot of features that will help you to be very, very prepared for your exam.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Ham Radio Prep app is awesome. Believe me, I studied for my extra using that, and I don't think I would have passed my extra without Ham Radio Prep. It is incredible. So go download the Ham Radio Prep app and support James. He says he's not able to be here today because he's working on Ham Radio Prep stuff for the Ham Radio Prep app. Go download the Ham Radio Prep app and make it all worth it for him. It's already worth it for him. He loves what he does. I know he does. So Josh says Ham Radio Prep is what he's using. Got him through Technician and Journal already. That's awesome, Josh. Great to hear. Fantastic. I had all kinds of more comments here queued up. Here we go. HamKG5 suggests a free mug when you make a contact with Andy. What do you say, Catalina?
That it's a good idea, because I think that nowadays it's very hard to make a contact with Andy. He's working a lot. We're ready to have radio prep, so maybe it's like kind of an impossible one.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I want to do a POTA here very soon. I just have not had the time. In fact, I lost my daily streak, then I lost my weekly streak. I am not doing great. So, anyways, I don't think I'm going to get the R250 award when it comes out. I don't think I'm going to get it.
Oh, that's not good.
I don't want to bribe the developers because that's just cheating. But I suppose I could and just get the award anyway. Chris says that was a joke, by the way, for those of you Chris says, Andy, I logged a U.S. station, but the map shows it to be China, and the contact details all say USA. Could you screenshot that and submit a bug report hold on one second. Catalina, tell him what to do to get that reported.
You can go to World Radio League. Oh my God, this is very fun. I'm sorry. You can go to World Radio League and you can select the option that it says report a bug, and you will there write detailed things about the bug that you found. And if you have screenshots, videos, anything that can help us to investigate the issue, that's even better. That's very important to say. Whenever you report a bug, all the details that you can give, all the examples that you can provide, like screenshots, screen recording.
I would like to report a bug.
Oh my God.
This is already taken care of.
Finally, Andy.
It has been vanquished. We are in much better shape now. So it was not that. It's just distracting. I mean, you have a wasp-sized mud dauber flying around your head for an hour while you're trying to do a live show and see how you handle it. Yes.
So
Humanity
yeah,
Hunter. Yeah, Chris, if you can go and submit a bug report on that, we will
I will
absolutely
leave
look
the
into that for you.
link here in
Okay,
the.
awesome, fantastic. All right. Right. Okay, so Ham KJ5 talking about the console. Fingers crossed have it for Hamvention. Yes. It should not take long after me and the developer get synced up on that, me and Seraphel. It should not take long at all, but yeah, we do have to sync up on that before we can get it out the door. So hopefully after the live show we'll have some time and can do that. Catalina has the link, worldradialeague.com/report-bug. Go in there, report a bug if you have an issue. We love getting bug reports that are actually real bug reports, and people are actually helping us out by submitting real bug reports. If you just have a question about how something works, go to community.worldradialeague.com and submit it there on the forums. But yes, if you do run into a bug, absolutely submit it. We love getting constructive feedback so that we can get, we can take care of these things for you. So we appreciate all those reports. All right, we have Justin Roth asking. Hold on just one second. Is this Justin Roth? Justin, are you here? Hold on one second. I'm looking back through my comments here because we had Justin Roth says he's now KE2DGJ. He passed the tech and general exams with Ham Radio Prep. That's awesome, Justin. Congratulations. Fantastic, man. Get on the air. Can't wait to hear you. He's asking, are you coming out with any new classes this year sometime? I like your emergency radio class and also the space ops class. Well, we have the POTA course that just launched. And we have HF Masterclass and Ham Radio Basics courses. And we may or may not have more courses coming out by the end of the year. You'll just have to be patient and wait and see. So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, now we are very focused on the new technician.
Yeah, we're working on the new technician course, but we may have some things in the works. So don't, we're not going to say what those are right at the moment. But yeah, absolutely. We may. We'll see.
Don't spoil.
Yeah. Josh says Andy on the air. AOTA. Yes, absolutely. Well, yeah, work me anytime. Catalina, if Catalina wants to give a mug to anybody who works me, that's fine by me. But if I turn on FT8 on auto mode, Catalina's going to be sending a lot of mugs out.
No way. Share your mugs.
All right. Iowa POTA Man says, let us know when you POTA. Yeah. I usually submit a spot when I go POTA. Sometimes I post it on Discord groups and what have you. So yeah, absolutely. Ken's asking if Catalina's going to do the show Monday after Hamvention.
It's Andy.
It is? No, I'm kidding.
Andy.
So I'm going to not be in the studio the Monday after Hamvention, but I may, or I have two options. I can either do the show from like a
balloons.
Yeah, balloons, guys. I love sharing balloons with y'all, so I just have to do this sometimes to make the happy balloons appear. But what makes it happen? Is it this or I don't know. I give up. Is it this maybe? Who knows? Anyway, I have two options. I can either do the show from some family's house and do it there live from my laptop, or I can record enough content during Hamvention to basically just have 2 hours of Hamvention content for the show. So what would you prefer? Tell me in the chat. And if I do it from somebody else's house over that Monday, Catalina, you better be here because I'm gonna need backup.
Of course. No, I will leave you alone.
So we'll see.
Andy,
we will see what happens.
I'm sorry. No, of course,
that?
I will be here. I will be here
absolutely.
if you
right,
do it.
Fantastic.
Or
right.
if not, I can run the videos. Imagine myself. Okay, now we are going to see Andy in an interview. Now we are going to see Andy with another interview. Now it's Andy presenting World Radio League. Now Andy presenting Ham Radio Pep.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Jim is likely not going to be at Hamvention. So if there's any presenting going to be done, it's going to be most likely either myself or James. So who knows what all you'll see me presenting. All right. Pew Pew Pyro says, is there a way to sort the activities map for just successful activations versus all attempts? That's a really cool idea. I'm going to star this comment so that I can come back to it later and I can grab that and submit it to the team, because it's a cool idea for sure. We don't have that functionality as of right yet, but yeah, I like that idea for sure. Rodney says, do the Hamvention videos, but be on the chat. I might be able to make that happen too. You never know. We'll see what happens. You never know. That would be kind of fun. You know what? But we'll see. I don't know if Catalina wants to hear from me in the chat, so I don't know. That might not work too good.
Oh my God, no.
All right. So what? Yeah, absolutely. What else do you guys? Any other comments you guys have? Be sure and throw those down in the chat. What else you're wondering about with World Radio League? Any other things that you've got questions or comments about? Put those in the chat. I have something that I really wanted to show today, so I'm going to go ahead and show it right now, because we are not up against the break at all, and you guys stopped sharing your comments, which is unacceptable. So I'm going to go ahead and share something else. Here we go. Right, let's go ahead and bring this. So yeah, what we're going to do today is we're going to incite a little bit of friendly and maybe not so friendly competition. We're going to look at the leaderboards. The leaderboards, here we go. Tell me in the comments what state you're from. Let me know what state you're from. We're going to look at your leaderboard. We're going to see who is...
We have a comment here that George wants to know about contests. And also he's from Felicia, okay, Missouri, Montana, Florida.
Okay. All right. Colin says that Andy does mice on the air. Yes, we won't talk about that now. It's wasps on the air, Colin. Thank you very much. We have okay, so let's check the first state here. Missouri, Pew Pew Pyro from Missouri. Let's go ahead and check the Missouri leaderboard. This is embarrassing because I won't even be on it.
Arizona. Oh, you have a lot to check now.
Here we go. Missouri State leaderboard. Who is at the top? I don't know who Pew Pew Pyro is. Let me know your call sign in the chat if you can. Tyler Grounds in 5 TPG at the top of this week's leaderboard with 14 contacts. But last
you can
week,
zoom in. Can you swim in a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. There we go. Hopefully that's a little better.
Okay.
Last week, it was Scott Lewis with 119. This week, we are with Tyler Grounds at 14 contacts overall. Charles Young went in the CW, K0LAF. Hey, Charles. SSB is Tyler. 10 of his contacts were SSB. So, there we go. We've got... Got a lot more. Let's see here. And then the all-time leaderboard, most contacts overall. I don't think I'm going to even place on this one. But we'll see. After it loads. Hey, I placed on the CW all-time leaderboard. That's cool. I am number 2 on the CW board next to Charles Young with 750. I am Andy Perryman with 672. Contacts. So yeah. Compete with that. No, I'm kidding. We've got boy, the most contacts overall. My network is bogged down with many bits and bytes of video and audio coming in and out, and it does not want to load the leaderboard. So maybe we won't look at the all-time leaderboard. Let's check the SSB, see if that one will load. Yeah, there we go. I am at number 5 on the SSB. Woo! Timothy Spain, AA300, with 6,783 SSB contacts all-time in Missouri. Then Tyler Grounds, then Kevin Kenilworth, sorry, and Larry Scantlin. Then me with 1,951, number 5, November Zebra Alpha Papa X-Ray. All right, we have a next state, Florida. Let's check Florida's leaderboard. Let's see who's winning in Florida, Catalina.
Who is here?
What's that?
Who is in Florida?
Florida. Apparently, Josh WN 2023 is in Florida. So let's take a look and see who's winning the weekly leaderboard. My computer apparently is having its own issues. It looks like Michael is KE8NHH at the top with 78 contacts. That's awesome. And,
that's awesome.
Yeah. Thomas Plower at the top of the CW leaderboard. And James Sipple at the top of the SSB leaderboard. So, very incredible, guys. Great work. Who else? What other states do we have? Montana. Let's check Montana. Montana. Here we go. Keith Platts into X. Montana, looks like we have William KM7AXV in Montana on the leaderboard. Is that right? Last week, yeah, it was William, Craig, and Devin. So, yeah, absolutely. Looks like that was an SSB contact that William made. So, very nice. Iowa?
Yes.
Let's check Iowa. Here we go. Iowa, Aaron Ryan, 114 contacts. Awesome. And if you've noticed here, this analytics refresh in 3 hours, 59 minutes. That is a change we made recently to help with some performance issues. So yeah, now the leaderboard refreshes every 4 hours from when you check it. So, yep, absolutely. Aaron Ryan, KC0MPG with David Smith at the top of the CW leaderboard. And Robert Bruner at the top of the SSB leaderboard. I'm assuming that our friend Mr. Ryan is doing some FT8. No, FT4. No, FT2. No? About FM?
Oh, there.
No. Boy, what you doing, Mr. Ryan? This is interesting. Let's see what Mr. Aaron Ryan is doing. Let's give him a follow. And see what he's logging. Oh, he is logging SSB. Oh, you know what? I think there was an SSB issue that they are like getting ready to push a fix for on the leaderboard. This is probably a representation of that issue. So, yeah, absolutely. Well, look at the international presence on just the main leaderboard here. We've got Alex from, what is that, Russia? And then Konstantin from Poland. And we've got Siwoo from South Korea. Wow, that's cool. We've got from Republic of Korea. Very nice. We've got BH, this China. Yeah, wow, we've got a lot of international presence building on this board. This is great. This is great. Okay, back to the task at hand. Let's see here. Arizona. Let's check Arizona leaderboard. Who's top of the Arizona leaderboard? Who's competing for first place on that board? David, W7LCB at the top of the leaderboard. Brian, hey Brian, W7YBY squeaking into second place there. Brian, you better get the move on. You're going to need to pass him up quick. And Franz Martin, KK7PZE in third place. All right. Then we've got what's in, so we're gonna have to keep rolling through these states. We've got Sarah. Boy, we had people dump a lot of these in. Louisiana from KJ5DZV. Let's check Louisiana. Let's see here. KJ5DZV right there. Daniel, 84 contacts, top of the leaderboard with Craig Bodrow. Craig Bodrow? Is that how you pronounce your name? Coming in at second place with Frank Lindholm at third. So, yeah, Frank and Craig, you guys are going to have to really get the move on to catch Daniel. Daniel is booking it. Daniel's moving. Ken wants Ohio. Let's check Ohio. Leaderboard. We've got Ohio, of course, right here. Ken is at the top of the Ohio leaderboard. 154 contacts with Diane with 50 contacts in second place. Ken's call sign, KC8ZKS, great friend of the show. Diane, WX9L, coming in at second place. And Don Hartman with tying for second place, which means Adam is K8ACC is in third place with 39 points. So Diane and Don, you guys are going to have to really get kicked into gear here. Catch up with Ken, the man, the myth, the legend, the POTA activator. All right, we have Michigan from Mike Bree. Let's see here. We want to check the Michigan leaderboard. Let's see who's going on the Michigan side of things. Jeff, looks like Jeff is winning the Michigan leaderboard. Jeff Van Buren, KF8BGX. Jeff posts a lot of map shares, doesn't he, Catalina?
What?
Jeff Van Buren, he posts a lot of map shares, doesn't he?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't understand what you were. I understand. Jeff John, what? Is that a song I don't know?
Kevin, KF8DZL, in second place with 12 contacts. Bobby, W8EEQ, tied for second place with 12 contacts. And Greg, WD8KLL, squeaking into third there with 11 contacts. One more contact, Greg, and you'll have tied for second place. So, yeah, absolutely. We've also got, let's see here. Chaz says, PA, Pennsylvania is home. Mostly transmitting from New Jersey. K3 Whiskey. Let's go ahead and check the New Jersey leaderboard and see. Boop. Lilia W3GO with 83 in first place. Bill Braun KI8H 16 contacts, second place. Charles 11 contacts, third place. K3WW. That's Charles right there. K3WW coming in at third place. We have also, he said Pennsylvania. Let's just go ahead and take a look at the Pennsylvania board and see who's there. Gregory, Thomas, and Randy in first, second, and third place. That's WA3GM.
He shares maps on social media.
Awesome, Gregory. Awesome. Randy Ballard in third, KB3HJC. And then in second, we've got Thomas Applegate. I'm not sure if Thomas is like a GMRS user or what. Looks like he's making some contacts over there. We'll have to take a look at that. So, fantastic. And then last here, we've got Oklahoma. Steve with an S. I don't know how I would spell Steve without an S. But yeah, absolutely Steve with an S. We'll take a look at Oklahoma here. And there we go. First place, JP Linville, KI5 NTU, 12 contacts in first place. Ricky Holland, KI5 IPA. Ricky Holland is in second place with 6 contacts. And Steve, with an S, 5 contacts. KJ5 JZZ, third place. All right, guys. there is your leaderboard review. So guys, get out there, start competing, and yeah, absolutely, get out there and make some more contacts. We're up against another break. Catalina, will you be with us when we come back?
No, I won't.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming along with us for this long. We really, really appreciate you being
I
here.
really enjoy it.
Very much.
I
Thank you so
had
much,
a lot
Catalina.
of fun.
Guys, stick around. I have a feeling I'm going to go on quite a rant when we come back. So maybe you should put some comments in the chat down below to stop me from making my rant that I am planning on making. So stick some comments so I have something to answer. Otherwise, I'm going to go off on a tangent, and you'll all want to be along for the ride for this one. So, Catalina, thank you so much for being with us. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Great to see you.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great week. And 73.
73. Guys, do not go anywhere. We still have 30 fantastic minutes of ham radio goodness coming up right after this. Are you ready to ditch that 90s ham radio logging software and upgrade to something from this century? Well, now you can. Welcome to a brand new era of software in ham radio, World Radio League. Whether you're a brand new ham radio operator just getting started or a seasoned veteran looking to upgrade your logging experience, World Radio League is the ham radio tool suite for you. Its sleek, modern design brings ham radio into today's world. No more digging through endless menus to find basic features. It's all right in front of you, ready to go with just a couple clicks. An extremely customizable logging interface is just the beginning. We integrate with 7 spotting networks to make finding your contacts that much easier. Plus, we offer many custom mapping and analytics tools so that you can view your contacts your way. We have all sorts of tools tailored to contesting, POTA, SOTA, WWFF, and other activities as well. And it gets better. With our cloud-based log storage, you can access your logs using our fully featured web interface in tandem with our robust mobile app. You can log into your account on any device and even log contacts offline, syncing them to your online account later. The best part? Logging with World Radio League is free. Just set up an account and start logging. Want to use advanced features like large log imports and analytics? Upgrade to a premium plan starting at only $3 a month. Join a huge community of ham radio operators at the fastest growing ham radio software platform available by creating your free account at worldradioleague.com today, or search for World Radio League in your favorite app store.
Imagine setting up your ham radio in a state or national park like this one. Surrounded by nature.
And making contacts with people all over the world.
That's what Parks on the Air is all about. It's one of the most fun and rewarding ways to participate in ham radio.
POTA is for everyone.
Activators head out to parks to experience nature, while hunters try and contact them from home. With over 500,000 participants worldwide, there's an activation happening every day. And in fact, there's probably an activation going on in a park like this right now.
But if you're new, getting started can be overwhelming. From picking the right gear and antennas to setting up in the field, logging contacts, and following the rules.
That's why we created the Ham Radio Prep POTA course, your guide to getting started with Parks on the Air. We'll walk you through everything step by step, from choosing equipment to setting up, on-air operation, and logging.
This course will get you on the air fast and help you to avoid common beginner mistakes.
And even if you already have POTA experience, you'll find plenty of pro tips to optimize your station setup and operations.
We recommend having at least a general license for this course, but even if you're still a technician, this course will help you prepare for the next level and get ready to join in the fun.
POTA is an amazing way to build your skills, get in the outdoors, and connect with other hams around the world. So are you ready to start your next adventure?
Sign up for the POTA course today at hamradioprep.com. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic Monday afternoon, even if you are spending it with me here at the World Radio League Show. Great to see everyone still here. You guys did not show up with the comments. You guys did not show up with comments, definitely. But we're gonna make the best of it because I still have some stuff that I wanted to talk about today. So we're definitely gonna make the best of this. You know what? It has been a long time since I shared this video, but I feel like sharing it again today. If you've never seen this video, this is part of our one of our videos related to POTA that we posted on YouTube. It's about operating safely and kind of some safety practices you can follow when doing POTA activations. I'm gonna go ahead and share this video one more time before we get into the meat and potatoes of the fourth half of our show here today. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of it, I'm going to take a look at this safety video. This is a very extremely serious safety video, so nobody gets hurt, but somebody almost does. And so I'm gonna go ahead and play it, and then we can move on to other things. But I want to share this every once in a while, just because it's so important and so serious. And yeah, let's go ahead and hit the play button on it here. Here we go. Here it is.
This newer ham is a big POTA fan, with more than 50 activations since the summer of 2025, and those were scattered across more than a dozen parks. That's a lot of setup and teardown. Recently, they went to a familiar park to get in an early shift activation. As the sun came up, they raised the mast of a vertical antenna sitting on a mesh ground plane. It was a routine they'd practiced dozens of times, but this time, something went terribly wrong.
If that don't scare you after death, I don't know what will. That is absolutely crazy. Very thankful the guy's okay. Very, very thankful. But yeah, be careful. Watch for power lines when you're setting up your POTA antennas, when you're setting up your antenna masts, whatever you're doing. Be very, very careful so it does not end in disaster. All right. You know what I really want to talk about today? And I have absolutely no place talking about this today because I have been struggling to get to be active the past few days on air. It has just been crazy busy, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. So we gripe and complain all the time anytime the FCC talks about taking a new chunk of spectrum, and you heard what I had to say about that last week. But there's another side to this. Why are the bands so dead? Yeah, I mean, they're not all the time, but you just get on to do just a regular old-fashioned rag chew, start spinning the dial, and I mean, really, I mean, if you really want to make a contact, I've done this before. Get on the air, start calling CQ without POTA. You are not gonna get much. Put POTA after it, you'll get all kinds of stuff, but. Man, put your thoughts in the chat on this because I don't even know quite how to look at it, but man, what are we doing? What happened to just getting on the air just to be on the air? The only thing it went from ham radio has gone from I'm going to get on the air because I want to talk to you to I'm going to get on the air so I can get enough points in my POTA log. Don't get me wrong, I love POTA. I activate POTA. That's a lot of what I do is POTA. It's a ton of fun. But one of the reasons is that's almost the only way anybody can make any contacts anymore is by doing POTA. You can make contacts outside of it on contest weekends, but case in point, contests and POTA. What else is there? How else do you make contacts? You can, if you're a popular YouTuber, you can get on and make contacts. If you are extremely patient, then you might be able to get on call CQ and make some contacts. But guys, the bands are as dead as we let them be. So don't blame anybody else but yourself. No, I'm kind of kidding, but I'm really not. Really, guys, we need to make these bands on fire. So I'm gonna see if I can fire up my radio later today and go at least hunt a POTA contact. I mean, really, get on the air and do something. I'm gonna see if I can fire up my radio later and maybe make a contact or two if I have time. And yeah, I'm going to. I would love to have It's been probably 4 to 6 months since I've had an actual rag chew on the radio. And maybe that's my fault. Maybe it is, but it's been almost that long since I've heard anybody calling CQ just to talk, then unless it was during a contest or something. And those are the folks who just get on to call CQ during a contest because they hate contests. But I am not at all opposed to contesting. I'm not at all opposed to Parks on the Air. I'm not at all opposed to any of these programs. But they are fun, extra programs in ham radio. If we do not use this ham radio spectrum, it could easily get taken away from us. And we need to practice using this in all kinds of environments and ways. We've got to be ready to use it for emergency communications. Hurricane season's coming, and I know nobody likes to talk about it, but hurricane season is coming. It has been a nasty year already for tornadoes and thunderstorms here in the Midwest. Springfield, Missouri, the closest large city to me, just got absolutely demolished by literal baseball and softball sized hail. I mean, insanely huge hail. Cars, one of the auto repair shops that I'm familiar with, they literally had 1,000 calls the day after that storm went through. Absolutely insane. It's been crazy weather year. That's just local here. And we talked last week about ham radio being used for tornado relief and recovery in the 2011 Joplin tornado. Can you imagine? I mean, I don't know what hurricane season is going to be like, but it's got me concerned. We need to be ready. We need to be very familiar with our equipment in case we need to help in some way or another. So, Josh, now this is interesting. If you start getting down 40 and 80 and 160 after dinner in the evening, Josh has a good point. Late in the evening after dinner, 40, 80, and 160, you might hear some rag chews. So Josh is actually finding some pretty good rag chews close to him. Josh, where are you located? Those would be some pretty short hops, 40, 80, and 60 for you, so it'd be pretty close. Where are those? Where are you located at? And there are nets, roundtable nets. Those can be pretty fun, but just local rag chews on repeaters are almost dead. I try to do it when I can. I like rag chewing on repeaters, but you almost get the feeling where everybody in the area is frustrated with you anymore if you try to do that. And people say stuff like, "Oh, I don't want to tie up the repeater, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here." And I mean, folks like I believe it's Eric from Ham Radio Concepts has talked about this a lot, and I kind of agree with him. What's the repeater good for if you don't use it? So, yeah. Anyway, there's my 1.5 cents along that line. Josh is in Florida. Yes, absolutely. Rodney called for 40 days on the 5-2 challenge and got 1 contact. He was also calling on 3 local repeaters and no contacts. This is my point. I'm not just talking about HF bands, VHF, UHF. Those are like prime. VHF and UHF are prime targets for a lot of communication systems these days. We need to be using that so that it does not go the way of the dodo for ham radio operators. We need to be using VHF, UHF frequencies so that we can hold on to them. I mean, it's just okay. I'm gonna issue a challenge. I'm gonna issue a new challenge. Forget the 5-2 challenge. If you've done the 5-2 challenge, awesome. The 5-2 challenge is super cool. Keep doing the 5-2 challenge. I'm gonna issue a new challenge, and I don't have my mobile rig right now. My car is in the shop. Once I have my car back, I am going to try to do this challenge here. So this is not a World Radio League challenge. You will not get credit in World Radio League for this challenge except for logging contacts. Try to call out on a repeater once per weekday. It doesn't have to be, if you miss one day, I'm going to say 6 days. I'm going to say 5 different days every week. Try to call out on your local repeater 5 different days a week for 2 weeks in a row. Just make it simple. 5 different days in a given week for 2 weeks in a row. Try calling out on your local repeater and report your results in 2 weeks from now in the live stream chat. I want to know. I want to know if we can really start generating some new action. Just find a local repeater, any local repeater. You can even do different local repeaters. You can do a different one every day. I don't care. Get out on your repeater and start trying to make some. Just call out and say that you're monitoring. Anybody up for a QSO? That you're driving down the road. Anybody up for a chat? Just holler out on it. I mean, of course, if you're on a Skywarn system and there's a thunderstorm in your area, probably not the best time to do it. But if skies are clear, things are great, and repeater's dead, put some action to it. And don't give up with just one call. Call out 2 or 3 times. Don't give up until you actually get somebody responding to you. So anyway, that's my challenge. The repeater challenge. The World Radio League Show Repeater Challenge. That is my challenge to you. We'll see who all participates in that. So Iowa POTA Man says he just started activating. Occasionally, he will ask an operator about his setup or other random questions. Sometimes they want to talk, and I will have 2 or 3 minutes per QSO. Other times, none. Yes, absolutely. 1 per park is his new goal. Yes, those are always fun. I would love to do that. I am not proficient enough at CW to hold a rag chew. I can do POTA activations just fine, but I'm not proficient enough to hold a rag chew on CW. But when I'm doing an SSB activation, I love pausing every few contacts and just chatting with somebody on the other end, see how they're doing, and seeing what they're doing and what have you. And I don't always do that, but I really like to when I can. So Josh says he's going to take me up on the challenge. All right, we have our first taker. I will return and report, maybe in the minority, but my local repeater is pretty good. Even have rag chews scheduled. Yes, I would say you're in the minority, my friend. It is not really that way around here, but yeah. Keith says we have to use a repeater where I am because of the mountains. Yeah, absolutely, Keith. Absolutely. Yeah, and really, it's rag chews are one of those things. It's kind of fun because you don't have any form you have to follow. Just get on the air, make sure you identify with your call sign every 10 minutes, and have fun, and just talk to the person on the other end. And if they say, "Oh, I don't want to tie up the repeater, I'm going to get off here," you say, "Well, the repeater's not in use. You're welcome to stick around. If not, I'll be here waiting if anybody else wants to chat." And just have some fun. Have some chats with some folks. Get to know some hams in your area. You might make some friends. You might find your new field day club. You might find a new group of folks you want to go POTA with. You might, have fun. Just have fun. That's what ham radio is people getting to know people. It's the original social networking. That's what it is. So guys, that's my rant. Get out there, get on the air, get active, and I'm going to try to take my own advice this week and find a handheld and get on my local repeater. And just call out on my local repeater and see if I can make a few contacts. So, and once I get my mobile rig back, it will be even easier to do that. So yeah, guys, 5 days a week for 2 weeks and report back progress. Give me a progress report next week. How many contacts you made and how well it's going. And and then in 2 weeks, we will see if we want to continue the challenge. But yeah, absolutely. All right. That is my rant. If you guys wanted to know what my rant was all about, you just heard it. So thank you for sticking with me through the rant. Now, if one of you wants to start an argument, you throw me an argumentative comment against my rant in the chat, and see, I have the power of the microphone, so I win the argument automatically. But I wouldn't mind to debate, whatever you have to offer. But I honestly think this is a I honestly think this is a widely accepted opinion. I really do, because I've heard this other places. This isn't just completely original with me. I've heard this other places. But it feels like nobody really wants to take action on it. So I'm challenging you to take action on it. Let's liven up the repeaters. Let's liven up the repeaters. Let's make the repeaters active. So yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, guys, we have a jam-packed week once again ahead of us, and I know I say that a lot, but guys, I know you don't always see what we're doing on behind the scenes, but we are really cranking through stuff. We have some really awesome stuff coming. Dayton is coming up right away, and I look forward to seeing as many of you as possible at Dayton Hamvention. I will be at the booth. Let me get our booth numbers for you. So we will be at booths, however you say that. 1604, 1605, and 1606. 1604 through 1606 in Building 1. So, yeah, that's where we will be at Hamvention. Come by and see us, please. I would love to meet y'all. Ham KJ5 says, sad hams got me off the repeaters in my area. We'll get back on the repeaters. And it's not there. I mean, nobody owns the frequency. I mean, somebody owns the repeater. If it's the sad ham that owns the repeater, find a different repeater. But if it's just sad hams using the repeater, they don't. It's not their repeater, you know. If they're just using it, nobody owns the frequency. Just. I mean, we had interference issues, literally, like during some of our weather nets and things. We had interference issues around here, and we just had to power through. So, you know, those are the kinds of people who will take down our frequencies if we're not careful. If our frequencies are being wasted by that kind of activity, then yeah, not great. Not a great look to the FCC. So yeah, get on there and just be cordial and see if you can talk to some new folks anyway. You know, you never know what you might find. We actually have a school or close to here that, at least in years past, I don't know, I haven't heard them on this year, but in years past they've done a school net. They've had students come and get on the air and run the net. So that's always been really cool to listen to. So yeah. Hamvention. We were talking about Hamvention. It is May 15th through the 17th. We will have demos and what have you at the booth, and we will have plenty of merch to hand out to y'all. Lots of a really cool new sticker, maybe 2 new stickers. I can't remember. At least 1 new sticker. That's really, really awesome. I think y'all are gonna like. It's kind of a fun tongue-in-cheek kind of poke a little fun sticker. So yeah, meet us at the Hamvention booth to get your new World Radio League sticker. But yeah, I hope to see a lot of you at Hamvention. It's gonna be awesome this year. Looking forward to it. It's a long drive for sure, but very much looking forward to being there and to spending time with everybody. So guys, we are almost to the end of the show. I want to give a huge humongous shout out to our dev team, to Surafel. He's just got back from getting married, and he's hitting it hard, and me and him are going to be cranking through getting the operating console ready and out the door for y'all, and it's going to be so awesome. To Najim, he got married about a week ago. And he's back raring to go, ready to tear back into the desktop app and get cat control integrated. Him and Surfell together. So huge shout out to Najim. To Sophonius, our newest developer on the team, for some just awesome, amazing, beautiful stuff he's working on, and just some really cool stuff. And Khalid, the incredible, absolute master of maps and map design that we've talked about on the show before. He does awesome work over in the maps department. Huge shout out to all 4 on the dev team. And I want to thank Catalina and for joining us earlier on in the show. And a huge thank you to James, although he cannot be here today. All he does for each and every one of us and each and every one of you World Radio League and Ham Radio Prep community. Thank you all so much for coming to join us on today's fantastic World Radio League show. Love each and every one of you, and so appreciate every one of you showing up. And if you, like I said earlier on in the show, if you have a suggestion of a topic, a very specific topic, and a very specific guest that is a literal expert on that topic, that is somewhat adjacent to ham radio, like how ham radio affects space exploration, or how ham radio affects a specific technology industry, or something of the sort. If you have some suggestion, drop me a note in Discord, in the World Radio League show channel on our Discord, or a DM, and I would love to discuss the possibilities with you. Thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of your Monday. And as always, I'm November 0 Alpha Papa X-Ray from the Blue Barn Studios, saying 73, and I'll see you next time. November 0 Alpha Papa X-Ray. I am clear. Did it.